All right. You ready, Dave, for your star moment? Lines? You got it? All right, here we go. I like how you don't like write any lines or whatever, or the script or whatever, and you already know it more than I do. And I made it up. And I wrote it down. That's incredible. There's something wrong with me. All right, here we go. So just a little event occurred today because we're recording on a Friday night for you guys. That's how dedicated we are. The series finale, presumably, based on what they've been saying, of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, also known as Episode 6. And we're going to talk about it in our segment, Dave.
A quick interlude in which the boys discuss the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, something like that. That's better than I would have said. I would have been like, just a brief conversation between chums about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, starring.
You mean
Plus
Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
It's not Black Falcon.
Thank you.
Captain America. I just want to say, there's spoilers. I'm gonna put this before that, maybe.
Yeah.
There's spoilers for the entire series, so like
do a Jeremy from the booth segment.
Yeah, I'll do a special appearance from future Jeremy. So yeah, spoilers.
When that title card came up at the end, dude, oh my god,
lost my shit. Lost it,
bro. I cried 4 times. Like, I don't know if I was just feeling something, like, if I was just feeling like, I cried 4 times. I was just like, the entire, like, the first half is like action packed, like bam, 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 bam. First, like 3 quarters, crazy Marvel movie level.
I like that Walker redeemed himself.
Partially.
Did he?
I feel like he kind of showed that, like,
they let him work with him, like, they didn't like push him aside and bench him.
I think
when he showed up, like he did his part to help out.
Well, let's talk Walker then.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's stay on target and talk about Walker. I don't want to get all haphazard about this, right? The reveal of the new costume for U.S. Agent was supremely comic accurate.
Yep.
His personality and the idea that he made the shield but put his Medal of Honors inside so he could never forget what he got them for was poignant.
Wow.
Okay? Gave him a little bit of strength. And you're right. He's trying to still do the right thing, but he's never going to end up at the spot where Steve or Sam are. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to end up there. But he is always going to try. He's going to try to do the right thing. And sometimes, things will, I guess, ruffle his ethics or morals or whatever. And he'll still do it because as a good soldier, he's just going to do what he's told. He's not going to learn from this.
That's kind of the impression I got. It was kind of like, he's not like necessarily, he's not the Steve Rogers good guy, but he's like, I don't know. I kept not the Punisher level, like anti-hero kind of stuff, but
he
like,
doesn't want people to die,
He's like, it's like a moral gray area. I think he's gonna like flip between the two of them.
And
almost.
Also, what's her face is kind of like pushing him in one direction.
Absolutely.
Countess.
Don't call me Val.
Yeah, I think what it really is like his motivation for doing the right thing is in question. He did the right thing by trying to save the hostages rather than go after the people that killed his partner, right? Mm-hmm. But why did he do that? Well, there was cameras everywhere. He wanted to redeem himself in the eyes of the public. And like if it even goes to that last part where he's talking to contestant, he's like, we're back. He's happy because he's back in the good grades. He's back to becoming Cap again, but a U.S. agent. But like he hasn't lost faith. He's not forgotten. He's going to be able to continue doing his service to the country, just in a darker uniform now.
Possible motivation. What if he did it because he's still trying to earn Bucky and Sam's respect? The whole point very early on to give them a ride.
I think it's a little bit of both, yeah.
Yeah, like the ride in the Jeep, come on, guys, you can come with us type of thing. Was because he really wanted their approval. Mm-hmm. Of all people on the planet, he needed their approval deep down to be Captain America. So I think it also speaks back to that.
Yeah.
I think the bigger motivation for him, though, is he wants to be what the public persona, like what the government has portrayed him as, the Medal of Honor winner, even though what he did to make that happen wasn't on the up and up. You know what I mean? Like he wants to become like it's an imposter syndrome with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can never live up to it, and he's constantly striving to be that perfect symbol of the United States, or you know what I mean. Like so, I think it's that, but like he still has the tics and stuff from the PTSD. You know what I mean. So there's still, I think it's a very nuanced character, and it's acted very well. And I'm really glad that we got to see this arc, and I hope it continues. I hope we have, Captain America and the Winter Soldier as season 2 of this. You know what I mean? And into the movies
Disney made
too.
An announcement, by the way, today. Just not to cut you off, Disney made an announcement so that way we don't continue saying that. This was always supposed to be a once and done series.
Yeah,
right.
They just announced that they've been having writers since the show debuted to start scripting Cap 4, starring Anthony Mackie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did see that announcement, which is fine, but like that's an hour and a half movie. You know what I mean? Maybe 2 hours or whatever. I want to see another 6 hours of this story, because they being able to take their time with it. We got to see that arc of John Walker, and we got to see Anthony Mackie as the Falcon become Captain America. You know what I mean? Okay. And the subtle nuances throughout that, rather than just another 20-minute origin story in the beginning of a movie, and then let's dump it into the exposition and go.
I mean, do we want to talk about Sam Wilson next, or what's up?
Maybe we should touch on a little Sharon Carter.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the bad guy side,
Miss PB.
Jeremy, what do you know about Sharon Carter?
She's Peggy Carter's daughter, right?
Yes.
Not daughter, niece, but
niece.
Or your niece, yeah.
Related.
Captain America made out with both of them. Fucking player. What a boss. Damn. And now she's the Shadow Broker. I totally forgot she's even in Marvel stuff until like I read like a thing on the wiki, the Marvel PD or whatever. I was like, who the fuck's Sharon Carter? And then I totally forgot about her. I also forgot about, this is the part with the Zemo's
and that's her thing too, is a lot of people forgot about her, even in the MCU.
The Zemo's butler, I was like, who the fuck's that old guy? And then it's like, oh yeah, it's his butler. I was like, who is this?
We're going to talk about Zemo in a moment. Hold on.
Yeah.
So do we really think she's straight up the power broker, or do you think she's still working for somebody?
I think she's the power broker.
She never said that, but I think she is, yeah.
I think she's annoyed that she got tossed aside, and then she like wants to,
I think that is I think she's going to end up being a double agent and really be on our side the whole time. I don't think that they're going to shit on the Peggy Carter, legacy by making her a real bad guy. I think eventually we're going to find out that she was put in place by Nick Fury or whatever, and it's going to set up something in like Secret Invasion.
That's a distinct possibility.
Okay.
That happened in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so there's people put in place by Nick Fury.
The Agent Carter, or Agent 13, Sharon Carter, has been known to have been brainwashed a la Winter Soldier before in the comics to betray Captain America. Like, that's one of her main storylines.
Post-Civil War.
In the whole bit, yeah. I am so sorry, guys.
It's okay. We're all a little teary from the episode. We understand. It's
true.
I don't know if she's the power broker. Brian's right. She never admitted it. Only the chick. What is her name? Kyrie, whatever her name is.
Carly Morgenthau.
Carly. Yeah, Carly is the one that said that she was the power broker. She never said no. She also never confirmed. I think it would be really boss for her to be the power broker. That would change things up enough and make things really juicy and interesting for that particular actress and character going forward. If she appears on other shows.
I think she might not be the power broker, but she might be the power broker, but she didn't come up with the alias. Like, it was already there, and she took it up to get her way into the underworld.
That's a really good one too.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of imagine that's how it was. I don't know if I didn't know enough about the Shadow Broker to know if it was something new
Power
that was invented.
Power Broker. You keep saying Shadow Broker.
It's from that's from Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
That laugh is going to be burned into your mind when you're going to sleep tonight, Jeremy.
Yeah.
All you're going to hear is that little chuckle.
Every time I'm benching and I'm like starting to fail, I'm going to hear Bryan laughing at me. Like,
I'm just going to record it and send it to you randomly throughout the day when I think you're lifting or something. Or at the gym.
God. It was an accident.
Sharon Carter. Do you want to go? Zemo, your boy.
Not enough of them in the episode. But
hold up. I'm just going to be the one to say this. Zemo is the only Marvel villain to absolutely 100% succeed in his scheme twice, knowing he could walk out of the raft at any time.
Killing them.
Like no jail's going to hold Zemo. He's there because he wants to be there. Because now he didn't kill all those those super soldiers. Am I right?
Yeah.
He's not.
There is still there is still one two techically. I think he gives Bucky a pass though.
He does get. He even said that in an episode. He goes, "Forget it. We have history. Don't worry about it." They used you is actually what he said. Steve. I don't think Steve counts. Right? Steve doesn't count because he's like 1,000 now or some shit like that. So.
Yeah, he's gone. But you have Walker, so his journey isn't done yet. If he wants to exterminate all,
didn't Zemo try to in the movie? Didn't he try to kill himself or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because at the time, he had won. He had eradicated the. Yeah, the Avengers were broken up. All the rest of the super soldiers were taken out that were in the holding tanks. So he had succeeded in shitting all over them.
Does Zemo know about Bradley?
No, but he probably wouldn't because it was a forced experiment. I guarantee you, he wouldn't even bother.
Oh, okay.
Plus, the dude's old now, and not.
Yeah, Zemo seems to have a particular agenda with soldiers. Super soldiers, so to speak, as opposed to people that were forced this on.
Right.
Or proven good men. Because he doesn't have a problem with Bucky, and I guarantee you he wouldn't have a problem with Isaiah Bradley either.
Yeah, right. I think it's where that the super soldier becomes a supremacist.
Yeah.
That's where he has the problem. And Bucky has proved that he's not that way by not killing Zemo when he had the chance.
So does that make Zemo a bad guy?
See? That's why I like Zemo. He's a bad guy.
You can agree with his stance, but not the way he goes about it. It's just like what Sam was saying the entire series was I understand where you're coming from. I agree with you that this needs to be the end game of it.
Right.
But your means to the ends is what I have a problem with. And that's kind of the same.
People are still dying if you're going the way you're going. Figure it out. So, so Zemo, by the way, also Disney was amazing and put out an hour of a looped GIF of dancing in the club, and I'm like, God damn it, Disney, you know what's up. That's what I'm talking about.
They know how to reel it in.
Social media, PR person deserves a raise.
I'll tell you.
I do want to say,
Zemo got away with it twice. He wins.
I'm disappointed with the Wakandan raft. Is that their invention? I would have expected
that's the government.
Yeah, he doesn't get this connection yet, Dave.
We've already seen the Raft. The Raft was already in. Like that's where they were holding like Hawkeye and everybody during Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
When Iron Man goes to visit them, they're all in the Raft.
The ocean or whatever.
It's
run by Thunderbolt. Yep.
Yeah, and that's where Cap and them comes to break them all out.
Yeah, it basically it is a prison designed to hold superhumans, metahumans.
Yeah. I was just disappointed because it seems very archaic.
And do you know why it's called the Raft?
Rather than just straight Puritan style, punishment, locked in the cell. That's not going to change Zemo. It's going to galvanize him.
And it's called the Raft because it's floating.
So nothing's going to change Zemo because he was in what was that? A cell that he couldn't walk in, had a half-hour pee break in, and it was literally a 3 by 10 foot square. Like he didn't even get a 10 by 10. He was literally locked in a chair. He was locked in the Winter Soldier chair for however long before they freed him from there.
Brian, what are you doing?
He's blinking his eyes.
This is video. This is going on YouTube.
I know.
I was just going to zoom into your iris. All right, sorry, Ray. I was just curious.
So Zemo is unbreakable. That's awesome about him. I'm a huge fan of Zemo.
Yeah.
Oh, Zemo's the shit.
I want to see more of Zemo in his mask.
I think it's coming. There's no way it's not coming.
They only did it for like 5 seconds.
Well, theory is they said that he's in the Raft specifically for a reason, because he's getting wrangled in there with a whole bunch of other people. Which, by the way, just got news that Abomination's coming back officially in the She-Hulk show. So all the pieces are together now.
Is it going to be Tim Roth?
Yep, it's Blonsky. It's that Blonsky. So
nice.
I don't know.
I'm down with that.
Signed on the dotted line. Yeah, I don't know if he signed on the dotted line, but I don't think he can revert back to Tim Roth anymore either. So a good voice actor will do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's that whole Blonsky Abomination. Yes.
Just the bromance. I really enjoyed those two characters' chemistry. I'm glad we got to see that develop over time. So I think when we see them again in a movie, it'll make more sense. The end, where I was so glad it didn't turn super dark or whatever, and they had that little breath of you could just relax when they're in the party or whatever, and then everything that happened after the fight.
I was hoping
down. It wasn't to the very end like WandaVision, which is
emotional. I was hoping that Bucky and Sarah were gonna.
They will.
Hook up.
Yeah.
Hook it up. Yeah.
With Bucky
I don't know.
Kids,
he went back there to the Asian girl and he looked in the window longingly, and then
I think he was just looking at it. He's like, my work here is done. I'm glad.
He was walking down the side of the street with the sad piano music playing all of Bruce Banner at the end of the whole TV show.
I think what he did was he brought those two together. Because wasn't she missing a parent figure or something?
Maybe
I don't know. I don't remember that.
But
it was nice to see the closure, though. Bucky finishing the book,
I'm glad. Yeah,
and giving it to his therapist. And but the main thing that we need to talk about, really, I think, is that awesome the awesome speech that Sam gives to the senator and the rest of the politicians at the end. I mean, how on the nose is that?
Can you see that?
Yeah. I did official fist pumping in my living room, and so did Liz. And then there was the no looky high five. Okay, so
dunked on him hard. That was great.
Yeah.
And also, I do want to say it's kind of weird coming from Disney, which is a multi-billion-dollar corporation that has a ton of power.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like we got to remember, who's saying it. The writer is saying it, but then it's produced by this massive company that wants to own all media and a monopoly eventually as they march ever forward.
If I get content like this, let them have it.
Let them fucking buy DC at this point so I can get content like this.
Somebody needs to.
Hey, look, we're doing the best we can over there, okay? I wish I had Fox and Disney at this point because they're only going to go up further. I mean, seriously, that speech was amazing.
Yeah. Like the whole point of it is how can you make these decisions without knowing what the people with the boots on the ground feel like, and there's a lot of that in politics in general.
Yeah.
Not even just politics, in regular companies, like people working for a company, the CEOs don't know anything what the front line is, especially now during the pandemic.
Yeah. I agree.
And reintroducing empathy into our Americans or our global perspective is really important right now, and that's really what that message was.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree.
I agree with that.
I do have a great deal of empathy. I know where my lines are and my decent boundaries are, but I have empathy with a lot of different things, and people, and that's I apologize when I'm wrong. I make sure that nobody's overburdened. I know you never do, but I do.
I'm perfect.
I just think I think it was a good message. I think that it was well written. I like the fact that the next thing that he checked off his list was to go back and say, see, it is possible for a black man to be Captain America. Not only that, but I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that you were a step in that journry.
The museum, I cried. That was like that where it finally broke. I was like, it was so good. I'm about to start crying now. It was just like, man, it's crazy because it like parallels our actual history, because like Black World War II, World War I, Vietnam, soldiers are forgotten all the time and passed over, their sacrifices. Science researchers, like so much we need to attribute to Black scientists and everything. And I feel like that's a lot of what I wish they said a lot. I'm glad they did, because at the beginning I was kind of hoping they would say more at the beginning of the series, but then as they went through, they kind of like built it up. So I was glad to see that they actually like basically they said it straight up. Like they weren't like sugarcoating it for fragile.
I think it was the perfect balance this episode between balls out action, character development, having something important to say, and getting that message across in a way that really resonated. So all in all, I'd say this episode of Captain America and the Winter Soldier is better than all of WandaVision. And I loved WandaVision. I just think that this, the substance that you get out of this is just so much more meaningful and long lasting than what we got over there, which is what is grief but love persisting.
I would say the scale is definitely bigger, and I feel like it meshes. It's like the perfect time for it to come out with everything going on in America. It's really, I don't think there's any other time.
I like how Carly didn't have any remorse of what she was doing until she was dying.
Did she have remorse then?
Yeah, she said, "I'm sorry."
Maybe she was apologizing. I don't know that he had to like kill her or whatever. I don't know if she's apologizing for her ideals, because she was like ready to die for it anyway. Unless that was a facade.
Oh, Dave, I'm going to totally agree with you. I've been thinking about it for the last couple of minutes. This series is way better than WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
This episode, if you're going to go, final episode for final episode, it completely blows that one out of the water.
See, let me roll back a second. I'm not going to say better. I think the way that I want to phrase it more is WandaVision was a delicious cupcake. This is a steak and potatoes meal. There's more substance to this. You know what I mean? Like the other one was candy. It was, it's still good.
It's experimental.
But I think that would our opinions change if the series were flipped like they were supposed to be?
I'm glad they did it like this.
I think the same thing comes through is that this had something to say about more than just like personal grief and dealing with it. If you think about it, WandaVision is a very selfish story. a very selfish story, all having to do with Wanda.
It's a very personal story, not selfish per se.
Well,
yeah,
I borderline selfish. I mean, if you really thought about it, if that were to occur in the real world, and you weren't attached to the character of Wanda, you were just another American, and you heard that happened, and that these people were mind controlled and tortured.
Yep, absolutely. I get where you're coming from.
Would you agree with Sword? Or would you be like happy that he got arrested at the end, and dragged away? Like I would have totally sided with Sword. You know what I mean? It is a very selfish story. That whole arc was very selfish. It was my grief, my kids, my power. Like this, on the other hand, is more, like you said, it's bigger in scale. It's more epic. It has more substance, I think, and more ties to the real world.
Mm-hmm. And
that's what I'm trying to say. And if you think about it, like Sam's story is a very selfless story. He's not becoming Captain America because it's good for him. You know what I mean? It's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? To stand up for the oppressed and to fill those shoes of Captain America. So it's a very selfless story, and I think that's where the substance versus the candy aspect comes into it for me. But that's just my opinion.
You're saying like millions of people were already going to be like, ugh, Captain America isn't what he used to be just because it's a black guy like in the role now, or like being Captain America. So
I love that line where he's like, "That's Black Falcon." No, that's Captain America. Because like think about that, like Black Panther, Black Lightning. Like how many, just because that's the color of their skin doesn't mean it has to be a part of their title. You know what I mean? Like so, I like that they're getting away from that in general. It's But that's Captain America. It's not Captain Falcon or Falcon America. That's Captain America.
I do the one part where they're like him and Bucky are talking and walking away, and Bucky does like the swords, like he pats him on the back like he does with Cap.
Yeah,
him on the shield. I was like, oh.
Yeah, there were a few moments there that Bucky was waiting. Apparently, there's like stuff that happened between him and Steve before, where Steve already told him he was going to get the shield. Like apparently there was a whole conversation that nobody was privy to, that they knew that this is what was supposed to happen, and Bucky agreed to it. You know what I mean? And was perfectly happy with it. And just to see it kind of fully realized, sort of like Cap's last wish. Does that make sense? Or am I just getting a little bit too weird? Like actually realized. Also want to say that was, for those of you that are not aware, that was 100% comic accurate Sam Wilson Captain America costume. Like down to
it was beautiful. As soon as I saw it, it was really well done.
Yeah, she's out there recuperating from the vaccine shot, and we're sitting here whooping and hollering all over the living room for half of the episode, running around like freaking out because what's happening is happening, and I'm seeing Captain America fight Batroc the Leaper in his first time out, and I'm losing my mind because I've read these comics. I'm seeing this happen. They felt like the first time I saw Cap on screen almost again. It was almost there for me, almost. Because of all the cool things, the dual red wings, the fact that it's not a normal combustion engine anymore, that's the propulsion system, and he can fly underwater. Lost my mind. The whole thing. The Wakandan tech. I was so... Oh, my God. He could stop a helicopter.
Bryan, how'd you...
What? With wings?
That was dope. That move was dope. That was pretty sick. How'd you feel about the series, Bryan, now that it's come to a conclusion?
It was good. It was very good. I liked that they started off strong, unlike WandaVision did. WandaVision started off a little slow. They started off strong, and they kept the momentum all the way through.
I agree. That's fair. Yeah. I am also glad that it came out in this order as opposed to the original order. I feel like WandaVision trying to follow up this act would have been really difficult. I think people would have tuned out.
I still would have liked it.
I would have liked it, but I feel like if you just got done watching it and you weren't like a fan of Marvel, if you saw the first episode after that finale of WandaVision, I feel like most people would be like, this doesn't really feel like my bag, you know. But at least when it came out first,
the tones
like,
are definitely
Marvel.
different. Like I said before, but I mean, now what do we have to look forward to? But like Loki, and is that going to be candy or substance? Like, what are we getting out of that?
Definitely candy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be more
the growth of Loki after watching or after.
Yeah, but he's a trickster guy.
I think he's a trickster
we've
guy, but he could be more.
We've seen the growth of Loki already, though, and this Loki is not that Loki. This is the Loki of like right after Avengers. The first movie. Mm-hmm. So this is not. This is still the selfish. I want to be ruler of Earth Loki, not like
maybe we'll just see it again.
The one from Ragnarok. Yeah. And we could, but I think we're going to see multiple versions of Loki. I think it's going to be one of those things where he has to track down different versions of himself.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Did we read one of these?
There were a lot of plot threads that were dropped in this, by the way. Anybody else pick up on
like
all
for
the
future content?
Yeah. Or like to hook up besides Zemo being coincidentally in the Raft. You have the wings that were left with the army guy who is canonically in the comics the next Falcon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also have,
okay.
Yeah. You also have Isaiah's grandson. The other kid. Mm-hmm. He becomes Eli. He becomes Patriot and leads the Young Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe Hydra's making a comeback. Because that's kind of what that looks like if the contest is really who the contest is supposed to be. What?
Yeah. And the contest is working with the power broker, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, the power broker is, I bet you money. I'm gonna drop some money down here and bet money that the power broker and that storyline is going to lead directly into Armor Wars. It just makes too much sense to me.
Sure. It does make it makes sense to me as well, right? Especially in issue 3 of Armor.
Oh my
Wars.
God! No, the new show that's coming out with Don Cheadle. The whole concept behind Armor Wars is some bad guys get a hold of Stark Tech stuff and start selling it on the black market. And
like his suits and whatever
is alone, and he's got to stop it. Yeah. So, come on,
Don Cheadle.
Don't make fun of me. I know
I knew that. I was just
all right. Come on.
I know that. I knew that.
No, he was making fun of himself. That was Jeremy saying like, "Wow, you just dropped a knowledge bomb on me, and I'm going to play it off like I know, but in a way that everybody's going to know I don't know."
Oh, geez.
I just host an award-winning podcast. See, we didn't win an award yet, but I'm just like manifesting it. I read that on YouTube. So I watched it.
Yeah,
you can't read it.
Anyway, how that works?
Did we rate WandaVision? I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
You guys prepared to give a numeral score between 1 or 0 and 10?
Yeah, I could do that.
I can't remember what I gave WandaVision. I think a 7.
I can't remember either.
I think you were also about a 7. I don't know if I'm usually the highest too.
I don't remember what I gave WandaVision.
Too excited.
But I'm going to give this a good solid 9.
Yeah, I would. I enjoyed it a lot, and I like how it said something important, something poignant, especially in today's society, and did it with panache. It wasn't just drilled into your head. It also opened a lot of doors for the future. I will give it a 9. Yeah, 9. I'm feeling a light 9. What about you guys?
Ray?
Are you sure you want me to go?
10.
I'm going 8.8.
8.8.
We could do that?
8.8. Yeah.
8.8.
Yeah, he's still in Olympic scoring. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want that to seem like I'm taking away from it though. That is a very good score for me.
For you,
yeah, that's
Dave is establishing himself as like the level-headed critic here.
Well, my just like Davey Page views with his pizza reviews on Barstool.
Yeah.
You never you can't give it like 10 because then you have nowhere to go.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. Those are fun.
So out of respect for that philosophy, I'm thinking 8.8, which is a great score. That's a great score. I mean, this guy's walking down the street over here. He doesn't know. He's saying 8.6. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
The rules. One slice.
Yeah. One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
What do you think they could have changed? Like, what do you think they could have done to like get a higher score? I'm just curious.
What they could have done to get a higher score? I would have liked to have seen 13 episodes. Like a full regular season of,
you think they could do that?
Of content. I think that, yeah, absolutely.
They actually cut out a whole subplot storyline about a deadly virus getting out.
That makes sense.
I found out one of the reasons why they had to go back and re-edit, and it was too close to what was going on. So they said, WandaVision first. I've been doing some reading on some of the stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I kind of like it like this though, with like, it's like a video game too. Like sometimes you get a game that can pull off 100-hour story, but then there's a lot of stuff with padding, whatever. But if you get like a Call of Duty campaign where it's like super tight, fast, but it's it doesn't let off the throttle per se.
I agree with WandaVision on that. On that note, like it was better, short and sweet. Mm-hmm. This I could have seen go on for longer because I wanted more Zemo. I wanted them working together to be more than just like, hey, I found this kid, I gave him a candy, and they told me which way to go. You know what I mean? I would have liked to see more of like a spy thriller type deal of them in Madripoor, like working on different leads and things. It was a very like, I have a lead, I found it. It's the right one. We're going to go after it. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? I would have liked to have seen that, and I also would have loved like some flashbacks and some filling out of John Walker's history. What was it that they didn't do correctly that they still got the Medal of Honor for? Like, what are those reasons that he has PTSD? We didn't get to see any of that. It was alluded to. It was, but I these are the things that I would have loved to have seen in a longer format, like like I said, 13 episodes. Now, this isn't to shit on what they did at all.
No,
because what they did was amazing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like, I don't want people to think that 8.8 is me shitting on this show. Like it's not. Like the day that I give something a 9 or above, it's going to be better than this, and that's going to be difficult. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like so. Okay. And if I give it a solid 10, I better have nutted in my pants.
I was like, what if Dave creamed his pants?
You think about that a lot, don't you? Wait.
He does.
Now that you mentioned
it. That's me time.
Anyway.
Ray, how many creams in your pants out of 10 did you give it?
I am going to give it 10 round vibranium Captain America shields out of 10. It hit
a full 10
for me. Every for me.
Jaw dropped.
Captain America's Legacy, the ending of the Winter Soldier, the Power Broker, Zemo, all of it. Dude, I saw a live action Batroc the Leaper after being the only small thing that let me down in Winter Soldier got totally fucking redeemed here. Because he almost kicked Sam's ass. Like, there was action, there was there was a lot of stuff going on. We had the Dora Milaje here at one point. Everything got ticked off. Right. The bottom of my balls got tickled. Okay? I was happy with this whole thing.
All I'm going to say is you have nowhere to go from here because you've given the ultimate 10 out of 10. So when that Thunderbolts movie comes out, you can't give it a better score.
But you're not understanding something. If something makes me feel like this, it deserves to be a 10 as well. There can't just be only one 10. That's the difference between you and me.
I mean, you can't turn it up to 11 is what I'm saying.
Look, I understand that multiple things can tickle the bottom of my ball sack, okay? And make me happy that way, okay? This did all of that. No, you're not editing any of this, damn it. You're putting it all in the show, all right?
10 out of 10 tickle testicles. Perfect.
I'm serious. It did everything
yeah, I mean,
for
it's
me.
different philosophies for reviews, so people will find someone they agree with, and then they'll be like, I don't trust Ray. He gave this a 10. I think it's crap, but I trust that Dave.
I'm not. That's what
I'm gonna meet me in the street.
8.8 is a fantastic score.
It is.
I think that's what you're not understanding.
I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I didn't say it wasn't. I'm saying for me, it's a 10 out of 10. You tell me I have nowhere to go. I'm like, I know. This is it. If something else makes me feel the same
I can't argue with your opinion.
Too. Yeah.
All right. But they'd have to be equal then.
Multiple things can be. Yeah.
What if you find something better?
Yeah. What's the? So it gets
this is like a 10 out of 10, like fulfillment, excitement level. So there could be another movie that like makes you feel the same way. Like it maxes out your height.
Yeah. If I feel this great, I feel this great after I'm done watching it, yes. If I feel less than, it gets something like WandaVision. WandaVision, I didn't give a 10, and I enjoyed that show, right? I enjoy different movies. Some things get higher than others. Wait till you ask me what
after
Mortal
seeing
Kombat
Endgame,
that just dropped today gets.
And like, I didn't see it. Not yet.
I haven't watched it, but from what I hear, it's not
we
that
talk
good.
About that.
We'll do it next week.
It's going to be a 10 out of 10. I know you. You're going to be 10 out of 10 because it reminded me of that time I was in Brooklyn and we had the brawl in the middle of Mortal Kombat. I've heard the story, Ray. I know what you're going to say, Ray.
I'm excited. This is like real life lore. And I do have one sticky note. This is just an addendum. Do you think, like, you know how like previously before they started doing TV stuff, we would have like a series of movies leading up and you get like different threads leading up to like an Avengers movie and then like the Avengers node, and then other threads from other movies. Do you think they'll switch more to like they'll have tentpole movies that like combine all the threads from the shows as opposed to having a bunch of different movies?
I think you're going to see a combination of both. I think you're still going to see your Shang-Chi's, your Doctor Strange 2s, your or No Way Home, right? Yeah. You're still going to see those, but you're also going to maybe see these secondary characters have these shows. And if they do well enough, I think that's what they're going to take and springboard off into new movies. Like I'd love to see Young Avengers if they bring that out, because I mean they've set up
they set up
3 of them now. So Wanda's kids plus from this one. So
Ant-Man's kid stature.
And
there's 4 of them actually. Yeah.
There a thing with like Loki
and Hawkeye,
Wanda, and somebody.
The second Hawkeye too.
Kate Bishop's coming out.
Kate Bishop. Yeah, so like really, they are setting up a lot of the young.
They're like a group with like Loki, like not in Doctor Strange, but like WandaVision or Wanda, Loki. I keep seeing a picture of like there's like a group of people, and it's like Loki and Wanda, and then someone else that they're like, oh, we're getting the whatever together. I can't remember.
I haven't seen anything like that.
You mean like the magical people?
Yeah, there's
magical
like
that's role for Doctor Strange too. So
Doctor Strange. Okay.
Something just occurred to me. Thank you, Jeremy. You have to remember that we didn't get introduced to Thanos till after Avengers ended.
Yeah,
that's true. Oh yeah, that's true.
We didn't know the big bad guy until the Node movie comes out. Because I'm trying to think of where all of these things lead. Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi are not connected at all. The Eternals, I have no idea what the hell's going to happen with that. Thor: Love and Thunder, like
the Eternals. They would go into the Celestials as the bad guys, like the big bads.
Yeah, but we have no idea
what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for Young Avengers. I'm hoping for Thunderbolts. I'm hoping for Fantastic Four during this phase at some point.
I think,
I'm hoping for the last one as far as a group. Defenders. We have Valkyrie. We have Hulk. We have Doctor Strange. bring in some more of the Defenders, and we get,
What's a
and
Defender?
then I hate you so much.
But aren't they all the Avengers already?
No. The We'll talk about the Defenders another time. As a matter of fact, I'll bring some information, some pamphlets. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I would love. We already know we're getting like Kang. We're gonna get a Doctor Doom. We're gonna get these guys as like the next Loki level villain, right? And then it could all lead into Galactus Silver Surfer. But real Galactus, not giant cloud Galactus. That's what I'd like to see.
Can I posit a theory here?
Sure.
Are you calling it now?
Yeah. Dave, I've been talking about this a bit. Because the Thunderbolts have to be the next thing that they're going to do. What if the next Node movie isn't Avengers? What if it's straight up Thunderbolts?
It's Dark Avengers. What if it's Dark Avengers?
No, I don't know. I think they're going to flip it. I think it's going to be straight up Thunderbolts saving the world from something to gain their popularity. What if that's the Node movie?
Yeah, I mean, it could
kind of lead up to something.
So you think?
And then the next movie is the Young Avengers, because during the course of the phase, you find out a lot about the Thunderbolts. You know what I mean? Like secrets leak, things like that. What if that's the whole point? Because remember, we didn't get Thanos till the third Avengers movie, or the third quote-unquote Node movie.
I agree with the Thunderbolts thing, because look at DC. They're doing Suicide Squad, and DC and Marvel like to compete.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think Thunderbolts is definitely happening. I just don't know if it's going to be the tentpole, or if they're going to do Young Avengers, or if they're going to do, you know what I mean? Like,
do you think they'll shift away from the Avengers moniker, like leave that for like the Collection 1 and then try and get different?
Well, maybe, or they're going to do exactly the story of the Thunderbolts, but name them what Dave said, the Dark Avengers, still cashing in on the name as the tentpole movie.
True.
But what does this mean?
Because if I saw Thunderbolt, I'd be like, what the fuck is that? But if I saw Dark Avengers, I'd be like, a dark version of the Avengers? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, everybody will still go see it because of all the people that are affected from this whole phase going in, right? Like, something's got to happen there. What if it's the downfall of all the heroes that are like coming up or whatever? You know what I mean? Like a living Sokovia Accord. Almost like these are the people that we chose to be superheroes. Everyone else is outlawed, type of thing. So it could be interesting. I don't know. They've set down a lot of groundwork. Just a theory. I'm just theory crafting out there, throwing it out there, seeing how
Yeah, it's all making me more excited just for the end credits of the Black Widow movie, like just to see what they're gonna tease.
Well, yeah, Black Widow was supposed to come out first, right? No, Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to come out first, then Black Widow, then WandaVision originally. Like OG and the thing that might have changed, but they haven't changed the Black Widow movie. They couldn't have. It's different than a TV show while they're filming. Let's tack some extra time at the end and switch out a scene or two. Like they could do that because they're on location, but that film was like wrapped already, right before the pandemic started. And was ready to come out as it started. Wasn't supposed to come out May 5th? Like, right? Something like that? Like, just when everybody went into lockdown.
That early.
So, I mean, we'll be getting it soon. We'll figure it out.
Right. Well, this is our final episode of some dudes talk about, like, some show on TV or whatever.
Wow.
Plus Falcon. Black Falcon. That's the segment name. Yeah, thank you for listening to this special series finale bonus episode. There's enough here. I'm just going to put these both on the podcast as a bonus. There's a juicy segment here in the YouTube. Check that out. You can see Bryan's face, his various facial expressions, and he eats a sub, which is as hot as you can imagine. So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming to the party.
Thank you for being creepy, Bryan.
Peace.
Thank you.
I didn't even see your face until the last second. I was looking at Ray, and then I looked up and I see you like.
It's my pleasure to be creepy. Speaking of Black Widow.
Oh, my bad.
There's a cosplay opportunity there for me.
You're gonna be Black Widow?
No,
Red Guardian.
Yeah.
I'm less excited.
All right.
Still excited, but a little bit less.
He's like the Russian Captain America.
Yeah.
He is, but yeah.
Comrade USSR. Is that what he is?
But he's David
funny.
Harbour.
I don't care if you guys don't laugh. I'm funny.
David Harbour, you know David Harbour, the guy from Stranger Things.
I'm trying to think of another movies
Hey,
from, and I was going to say.
I'm trying to wrap this up so I can play some video games before I go to bed. Anybody else?
Me too. I want to get some Sea of Thieves.
I have to work tomorrow, so are we
For
getting on
free.
Sea of Thieves, Jeremy?
Thank you for coming to the party. Peace. I took my headphones out, so I couldn't hear you.
Later,
Say,
yo.
I wanted to play Sea of Thieves.
Bye.
Deuces.
Alright, I can stop smiling. I fucking hate doing this with you guys. I hate you.
Stop it.
What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed this video of the series finale of Falcon, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. If you liked it, make sure you check out the other videos if you didn't see them already. Check out WandaVision. You can see like our analysis, or not mine, but the other guys' analysis, since they're way smarter than me. And then check out our podcast. It comes out every Wednesday on any of your favorite podcast apps, or ideally we'll be dropping it also on Friday. It'll be on there on YouTube on Friday. So like, subscribe, ding that bell so you get notifications when I drop like a random video or whatever. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace.